Hey.
Hey kid, you want to see my bookshelf? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Hello and welcome to my very crooked bookshelf tour. This is my bookshelf. Happy Inauguration Day. I'm wearing the RBG sweater that my mom knitted for me in honor, and the pearls like Kamala wears, and black lipstick, because it's me. This is just gonna be crooked, isn't it? We're gonna have to live with that. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Behold, all 24 books. These and these are the ones that I've read that I want to reread. Ow, damn it, fuck, shit, God on a biscuit. I squished my hand in my tripod. Down here, these are the books I want to read, and these are the books I'm currently reading. You may notice that there are 8 of them. That is because I have ADHD and I cannot control myself. Time for the other bookshelf. This is my to-be-read bookshelf. You may notice that there are 5 shelves of it, and only 1.5 shelves of books I have read. This is not because I am illiterate, although I am. It is because a couple years ago I moved and I got rid of most of the books from my childhood, because I was like, my dog is dead, my parents are divorced. I listened to My Chemical Romance. Up here, my Pride and Joy, my Percy Jackson shelf. I don't actually have the Percy Jackson series. It's like the only book of Rick Riordan's that I don't have. I still have my original copy of The Lightning Thief, though. Here she is. She's unreadable. I can't open it. It'll break. Let's see what Hallie wants to read. Over here we have my box set of Jane Austen paperbacks. The complete stories and poems of Edgar Allan Poe, given to me by my awful grandmother. She wrote in it first, so it's okay that I'm writing in it. This would probably be worth a lot of money if she hadn't written in it. It just says, to Hallie Grace, Christmas 2018, and I said, from a hag to a banshee, because I am, what's the word? Dramatic. Got our Jasper Fforde, very important. This book, Highway Bodies, showed up at my house with literally no explanation. My dad didn't send it to me. It was just sent. I'd never heard of it before. It just arrived from Powell's. We've got the Bill Bryson section. He's one of my favorite nonfiction authors, even though he's really annoying and he's like a stereotypical old white man. Yale Konigsberg, my favorite. I have my giant Narnia book with all 7 stories in it. The Chronicles of Narnia is my dad's favorite series of all time. Maybe The Lord of the Rings. Neither of which I have ever finished, so I'm surprised he hasn't disowned me yet. Down here we have Rainbow Rowell. You know, I bought it in middle school when I thought she was cool. I'm still gonna read it because I think it'll be funny. I have a whole section of Virginia Woolf. Things fell over. My mom is a Woolfian, so I have a whole collection. They're tabbed. These are her teaching copies, so I'm allowed to write in them. Now we're on my floor. I spend a lot of time here. Down here is where I have the books that I'm going to read for the Seattle Library Book Bingo, which is something they do every summer. We found worksheets, like the bingo sheets from the last 5 summers, and I'm going to do it again this summer. I haven't made a lot of progress because I keep reading things that aren't on the list, because I'm great at this. Let's see, what do we have? We have Radio Silence. Kat from Paperback Dreams, my queen, got me into this. I'm really excited about it. I was going to save it for my senior year, but I decided I'm already confused about college, so I might as well do it now. Eve the Awakening by Jenna Moresi, who is my favorite person on AuthorTube. I have A Woman in Berlin, which is this really fascinating story told anonymously about this woman in Berlin during the bombings, and I started it several years ago and never finished it. Wow, that lighting's terrible. Here we have my darned curtains. Not darned as in gosh darn it, but darned as in I sewed them up because I have a cat. I have the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series, which I didn't like. I don't like anything Jenny Han writes, but I keep reading it because it's just like so wonderfully bad. Like, it's not bad, it's just kind of boring. I have The Outsiders, one of my favorite books of all time. I have this fancy gold copy of The Hate You Give and Concrete Rose. And now, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Down here, we have more Rainbow Rowell. We have this cookbook called Midnight Chicken by Ella Risbridger, which is, my roommate read it and she said it was really good. We have Ruta Sepetys, who's one of my favorite historical fiction authors. We have the School for Good and Evil books, recommended by my friend. Here's what I'm reading right now. I'm reading Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. I'm reading Tiny Pretty Things by Sona Karaipotra and Danielle Clayton. I'm reading from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basley Frankweiler. I'm reading Breaking Dawn. Ugh, it's so stupid. Renesmee's born. There's no conflict. Why do I have to read another 100 pages? What about the Volturi? What about them? They're all bitches. Even Michael Sheen. I'm reading The Art of Racing in the Rain, The Color Purple, and Lolly Willows. I think that's gonna do it for this extremely chaotic video. Thank you for watching, and as always, be safe,